What's going on, guys? My name is Royalty. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Gigabyte Radeon R9 270 with 2 gigs of RAM, WindForce cooler, OC to 975 megahertz, which is 25 higher, but I already have this overclocked to a lot higher than that, which is 1050. That's like the max it'll go, 1050 on the core clock, and like 1500 on the memory. So yeah, now to open it, it's pretty easy. You kind of just do something like that. And normally there'd be an anti-static bag, but I've already used this card and done a lot of that type of stuff and played games, and I'm going to be benchmarking it at the end of this video. And on this is where you'll find all your Molex to 6-pin adapters and get it, a crossfire bridge, which this is the only thing you should really hang on to unless you put a crossfire, which that's what I do, and hope to do that soon. I need some more money. Here's the card itself. Very sexy cooler. Let's move this back a bit so we can get it. Oh yes, it's a very sexy looking card. It's got the WindForce ×2 cooler. Yeah, that's about it for the cooler. It has one copper pipe that disperses the heat throughout the card, and some an aluminum shroud that also disperses the heat. For the I/O, we have two DVIs. I don't know what the differences between the two. They both are DVIs, so that's all that matters. Oh, one is nope, they're DVIs. That's all. Then we got an HDMI and a DisplayPort. On the bottom, no backplate. Kind of sad to see that, but whatever. It's got a whole black PCB, which is nice, and it's pretty solid graphics card. Now I'll be rolling some gameplay and reviews, or not reviews, but benchmarks of this card. Stay tuned. Okay, now that you have seen the beginning unboxing portion of this review of the R9 270X, now we're getting to the benchmarks. This is Battlefield 4. I have it set to 60, so like that's the max frame rate it'll get, because there's some screen tearing and other things that go on. If it isn't like that, there's a little thing you can do in the config files for that. I'll do a video on that later, maybe. Yeah, it just does that to, like, I don't know, it looks better to me for some reason. If it keeps going up, like, I don't know, there's some type of resampling that it does that gives it screen tearing, and I don't understand the geometry or whatever behind it. It just doesn't look as good, and I have it set to a mixture of ultra, medium, and high, and it looks great. I have it set. I've set it to all ultra. It's like runs around like 47 average. That's the minimum in this case, but just like mess around with it. You get pretty much all high settings. You'll average around 60. Drop a couple to low, and it'll be good. Now, here on to BioShock Infinite. This game is not a very graphically intense game. It's kind of looks great. It just kind of the textures are just kind of, if you get too close, they're kind of blurry and distorted. But it's a beautiful game, just like if you're far away from everything. Which that sounds mean, but this game is really beautiful. I have it set to the highest possible settings, and the minimum I got was 60, which that's the minimum the average refresh rating, whatever, you know what I mean, of most monitors. So this game with this card should be fairly simple to run. Yeah, this game got the average of 69, which I think is pretty hilarious. So whatever, this game is fun, beautiful to look at, and this card destroys it. Although this card I think this game is even meant for AMD. Not sure. I think it has like a Never Settle bundle with it. Oh well. Whatever. Now we are on to Metro Last Light, where I have the graphic settings in it. As you can see there, it's all kind of normal and high and off. And I have that because this game destroys graphic cards. Like, even a Titan can get like maybe 60 frames per second, 1080p, if like this thing turned all the way up. That's how much of a destroyer this is. I'm glad I can actually get an average of 69 frames per second. Just happy. That's the same thing. Fucking shit. I keep messing up with my... Whatever. It averages around 60 frames per second. That's what I mean. Don't look at the graph. The graph is messed up. The graph is wrong. Don't look at it. It's wrong. Don't look at it. Well, thank you for watching this video. It is a review of the AMD R9 270. And I will see you guys in the coming videos.